What is up, everyone on YouTube? Today I am bringing you a guide on how to use your mobile phone for VR on a budget. But before we move forward, I just want to say thank you to everyone who dropped by for the Fallout 4 test video. The video completely exceeded my expectations on how it would be received, and if you hit that subscribe button, you rock. It means the world to me that people are just as interested in what I'm doing as I am. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do so because this channel is about to take some amazing rides in VR. My goal is to be one of the top channels for anything VR related, and hopefully I can get my hands onto the actual headsets as well. Now, moving on to the good stuff, the first thing and the most important thing that you're going to need is an Android phone. The newer the better, but from what I've read any should do, the next thing you're going to need is a Google Cardboard ready head-mount display or VR headset, whichever you prefer to call it. I personally use the Gear VR because it's what I already had, and you do not need this exact headset to achieve this setup. It is a very good headset, do not get me wrong, but in all honesty, you might be better off getting one based around Google Cardboard. The alternatives allow you to tether, giving you an even better connection and quality. Is Wi-Fi a bad option? Not at all, because then it gives you the option for wireless VR, which is very, very sweet, and which is something that I'm in the middle of achieving myself. Now, the next thing you're going to need if you're using the Gear VR like myself is an app called Google Cardboard Enabler. It's in the Google Play Store, and it's a 99-cent app. Now, it's an awesome app. It works flawlessly. After you download this app, you're going to want to launch it, and you're going to see, as you see on the screen, the Gear VR option and the Google Cardboard option. What you want to do is you want to enable the Google Cardboard icon. Now, once you click on the Google Cardboard icon, you are now in Google Cardboard mode, and you can freely use the Google Cardboard ready apps on your Gear VR. Now, be sure to re-enable the Gear VR mode if you want to use your Gear VR as intended with the Oculus software. If it's not re-enabled, you're going to plug it into your headset and it's not going to do anything. And yes, I will admit I've done this. I'm guilty of it. Put it on and was like, what the heck, why is it not working? But, you know, things happen. Sometimes you just get a little excited. But anyway, so now that you've enabled the cardboard feature, you need to go back to the Google Play Store, like I'm showing you guys on the screen, and you need to type in Trinus VR. Now you're going to see two options. One will be Trinus Lite, and it will be free, and then you'll see Trinus VR, which will be $9.99. What I want you guys to do is I want you guys to go ahead and download Trinus VR Lite. And the reason why I'm telling you to do this is because it's free and it's the exact same app as Trinus VR, except you're on a 10-minute time limit, which is not an issue. That's plenty of time to work it and get it working before you pay the money to, you know, play the unlimited amount of VR that you want to play. I promise you guys, once you get it working, you're going to want to spend that $9.99, and you're going to want to enjoy VR just as much as I am right now. But anyway, so make sure you can get it running correctly before you spend that $9.99. That way you're not stuck here like, dang, I thought I could get this working, but I couldn't. So be sure to get that free version first. Now, after you download the Trinus Lite app, you need to download the Trinus software to your PC. Links for everything will be in the description below. You need to go to the website trinusvr.com. You need to install it under the download section. Now, when it launches, it should look similar to what you see on the screen, which is basic mode. We do not want basic mode, we want advanced. And after you click on advanced, this is where things begin to get fun. Okay, so now that you've got the software launched, you've got all these different tabs and you have no idea what to do with them. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what everything does. So this right here is your head mount model, and I've got mine on Gear VR option B because I'm using the Gear VR with a 5.7 inch screen, so I had to slide mine to the option B on the headset. So that's why I'm using that. Now, if I had a smaller phone, I would do Gear VR option A. And you'll also see that some of these headsets are headsets that I've recommended down below in the description. The Homito, FreeFly, VR1, all headsets that I've recommended down below because they have gotten really, really good reviews and they work really, really well. Now, you do not have to use a headset on this list. You can actually go to the Amazon link I provided down below and check out those as well. Those are some pretty good headsets there. Just make sure you read the reviews on them and you kind of get yourself like accustomed to what you're getting yourself into, because you don't want to like buy one and then read the reviews after you bought it and everybody's, you know, giving it bad reviews and you're like, dang, I should have, you know, done that. So definitely read reviews before you do all that. Now right here you're going to see your image size and your image quality. Image size and image quality are pretty important. You know, it comes down to, you know, how well you're going to experience VR using Trinus. Now, When I use Trinus, I usually only play games like DayZ or Arma, and that's because those are the only games I have that aren't really compatible with my 3D software, but you know, we're going to get to that later. Right now, I'm going to show you guys how to use this. So you've got your auto adjust and your auto adjust on this, and what I do on DayZ is I use auto adjust because anybody who's played DayZ knows the game's already buggy, and it's already kind of like, you know, jittery when you play it sometimes when you're getting into a high population area. So I've got on auto adjust to kind of deliver the smoothest experience ever, and what this will do is it will drop the image quality or the image size while it's going and adjust it itself to help give you the smoothest experience. Now you'll definitely notice when it's dropping, because like you'll look at grass and the grass will suddenly get more pixelated the closer you get if you're in a high populated area and stuff like that. So you'll definitely know when it's happening. Now if you're tethering, you might not have to do this, but I don't have the option to tether, so I have no way to test that out. But with DayZ, you have to put it on compatible, but you can also put it on default or fast mode, depending on, you know, what you're doing. If you're tethering, you can definitely do fast mode. I have a 5 GHz Wi-Fi, so sometimes I'll do fast depending on the game. But 9 times out of 10 I play DayZ or Arma, so I definitely use compatible mode to get that to go. Now this right here, guys, sensor output on mouse. Now this is the magic of it all. Now this is what allows you to use your head as the direction of the mouse. Okay, so if I move my head right, it tells my PC that the mouse is moving right, and in the game I look right. If I move up, it tells the PC that my mouse is moving up, and in the game I look up. And there's no delay whatsoever. It's amazing. It's completely immersive when it comes to that aspect, and I love it. I love it to death. And honestly, I remember the first time I tried it and I looked around, I was like, what am I getting myself into? And is this something I definitely want to continue in trying to perfect? And it definitely was, and I'm so glad that I did, because I've taken so many steps and I can't wait to show you guys every one of these steps. So that right there is the magic of it all. Without this, you could not do what we are trying to do. So God bless sensor output mouse mode. Anyway, moving on to rotation sensitivity and position sensitivity. This is basically your, you know, how fast you move your head, and you know, that's definitely something you want to put around 75%, and then you can just go into the game and kind of work on it from there. And you basically want to manage it to where, you know, however far you move your head in real life, you want to try and get it to where that's how far you move your head in the game. Now network, you want to leave it alone unless you're doing a tether, which I do not have the ability to do, so therefore I cannot show you how to do it myself. But we're going to go ahead and move on to video, and this is what you want to look at too. You want to look at enhanced motion, leave that on. Max FPS at 75, because you want it to, you know, go above 60 if it can, because you want to get that smoothness, but you don't want to make it go too high because you don't want to force it to do anything that, you know, will, you know, harm your phone. So fake roll is basically, without it, if you tilted your head, the world would tilt with you. To where this allows you, when you tilt your head, the horizon stays horizontal and you're just tilting your head in the game. Now you may not really be tilting your head in the game physically, like, or the physicalities in the game may not be tilting, but it definitely tries to give you that sense. Unfortunately with DayZ, I felt like it kind of made me feel more nauseous than anything, so I turned it off. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what it does when I give you guys a little demo with the Trinus software. So definitely try that out. If you like it, definitely leave it on. If you're using just Trinus, you want to have it on auto or enabled. I leave it on auto so it'll do it on its own and all that stuff. There's HUD fixes too. If you're having trouble with HUDs, you can fix your HUD. Basically what it is you click it, create one, click an area on the screen that you want to create a HUD for, and then it'll bring it to an area where you want it to be able to be seen, and it'll drag it right there. I don't really use it because I haven't really had any problems with HUDs, luckily. So, and also it's the only thing you can use on Trinus only. You cannot use this in Moonlight mode either, which I will show you guys later too. Now here's your sensors. Precision movement is awesome, and it's almost as great of a blessing as the mouse movement of your head, the mouse emulation using your head. Basically, since you're no longer using the Gear Oculus software and you're only using your phone's gyroscope, there tends to be a drift, right? So this helps delay, or sometimes it'll completely avoid the drift. Like there's games where it's just minimalized it a little bit and you can barely notice it, but there's also been games where it's just completely been gone and it's awesome. Dead zone is not really something you want to mess with too much. You can maybe put it up one notch, because what that does is it makes it to where, you know, any small movements won't cause your head to turn. But I've noticed that, like, it's nice and slow-paced games, but when it comes to like trying to escape from an alien or something, you want those fast-paced movements, you know what I mean? So you definitely want to turn that down for games like that. And predictive, you can leave that alone. You can leave these alone too, and you should be good. And like I said, position tracker, we won't be needing because we don't have that software. So going back here, you know, it mostly wants to look like this. This is mostly what you want to look like. If you're tethering, you can drop it up to ultra and get that, you know, extra bit of quality that I cannot achieve myself. But with a 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi router, I can achieve very high on games with the image quality, sometimes all the way up depending on the game and how much is going on in the game. But usually 75%. And the nice thing about this, guys, is it doesn't overheat your phone. That's the beauty of it all. You don't have to put an ice pack on your phone. I have not overheated my phone once while doing this. Me and my brother did a test with Stream Theater versus this, and he overheated within 10 minutes. I never overheated once, not once. So Stream Theater is not the way to go. It is, even though it's more accurate when it comes to using the Gear Oculus software if you have a Gear VR, it's not the way to go because you're going to overheat, and you might as well just be using the Trinus trial app because in 10 minutes you're going to, you know, be disconnected. So definitely try this out, and like I said, your phone will not overheat, and it's a beauty and it's awesome. And let's go ahead and move on to the next step. Okay, so now that you've got everything set up the way you want it set up, you want to go ahead and launch you a game, and you want to make sure that when you launch the game, you change the settings to a 4:3 ratio and you put it in windowed mode, like so. So that way you have it on your screen looking something like this. Now obviously you won't have your phone displayed on your screen while doing this because you're going to want to put it into your head mount display, but I'm going to go ahead and put my phone on the screen so you guys can get an idea of what my phone displays while doing so. Okay, so I'm going to hit Shift Tab real quick so I can get my mouse back, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to touch the safety warning message, and we're going to activate Trinus. Now after you activate Trinus on your phone, you want to activate it on your PC. Now as you see, anything I click on is now going to appear in Trinus with barrel distortion activated. And then you start seeing the game is now ready to display. Now obviously it's going to be delayed in the windowed version of my phone on the screen because it's streaming from my PC to my phone, then from my phone back to my PC. So you know there's going to be some delay there for you guys on that. But on my phone there is actually no delay whatsoever. And as you see, if I tilt my phone, it's really weird because like I said, the tilting for the fake roll in this game, it doesn't work as well as I would want it to. But as you see, it's still trying to keep it horizontal, and you get those blurs on the edges because right there is showing you that the fake roll is activated. So when I tilt my head, it's like whoop, whoop, you know what I mean? So the horizontal still tries to stay there. Like I said, it just doesn't work as well in DayZ as I would like it to, as it does in other games. But you know, DayZ is also an alpha, so I can't complain too much. I'm just glad to be able to play this game in VR the way I do. So now that you see that, and I'm looking around, it's amazing, right? It looks awesome. You got the barrel distortion. You can turn the fake nose off. Actually, just keep touching your screen, and boom, and it comes right back. See, virtual nose enabled, and you have that. So that right there is how you get Trinus to stream your game to your phone. Like I said, you want to make sure that it's in a 4:3 ratio resolution, and you also want to make sure that you have it in windowed mode so this is possible, because as I'm going to show you guys right here, anything I click on is what's going to appear in my Trinus VR app. So as you see, that right there is that, or not, it's being really weird. There we go. See, I clicked on that and it gave me that. So now I could virtually look on my phone in virtual reality and get that. It's pretty weird. It's kind of trippy looking. So that right there is how you use Trinus to stream it to your phone. So after you do this, you just plug it into your head mount display and boom, you're ready to go. Now the next part I'm going to show you guys is not a necessity, and it's not a step you necessarily have to take, but it is a step you can take if you want to take your virtual reality experience to the next level. And what this software right here does is it takes your game and it puts it in a side-by-side mode, and it also gives it the 3D effect, the full-on 3D effect. And what I mean by that is it gives you the immersion and the actual depth, and it gives you the physicalities, and it gives you the scale, and it's just an amazing way to play the game. And this is how I chose to experience mine. And not only that, but it also gives you a smoother experience, because while using this you get to use NVIDIA Shield, and that right there gives you a much clearer image, and it gives you a much smoother frame rate and a much better experience overall. The only thing you lose when doing this is barrel distortion, but that is alright. So if you do want to take these steps, what you need to do right now is you need to download the trial, and it's a 14-day trial, and it lets you try it out, and it lets you see how much you like it, and if you enjoy it, after 14 days you can purchase it for $39.99. Now I will go ahead and say I used the software for 4 days before I purchased it. I didn't even make it through the full 14. I enjoyed it so much that I had to have it, and I had to, you know, basically guarantee myself that I could continue to play games in this fashion, because once you start it, it's so hard to go back, and it's an amazing experience. You guys will not regret trying this out. So after you download it, you're going to launch the software, and when you launch the software, you're going to get an image displayed on your screen like this, and you're going to be like, what the heck? And you see that there is 2 arrows and there's 2 images, and this right here is what I mean by this delivers the side by side. So you're going to want to click on this right here, this little game controller, and after you click it, you're going to be prompted with a select your 3D display type. Now what you want to do is you want to click on the side by side, which is recommended, and you're going to click OK, and you're going to see a screen like this with all your games, and you're going to have all your games. Now not all your games that are in there are going to be compatible. As you see, there's some games in here that actually aren't compatible right now. Like, why would I want to play Champions Online? We're going to go ahead and remove that, blah blah blah. It does that, but as you see, you know, it's got a good amount of games in there. Most of these are compatible, but what you're going to want to do is if there's a game in there that you don't see and you want to add it, you're going to click on Add Game. Now you want to click Add Game manually. You want to do using Steam, and you're going to look for the game you want to add. Now I downloaded BioShock Infinite, so we're going to click on that, and what it's going to do is it's going to add that there, and then you're going to click on Next. After you click on Next, it's going to look for the game's name. It's going to take a little bit, because, you know, it's got to take a sweet little time going through all them games names. There's a lot of games compatible with this thing. You might run into a few that are not there, but as you see, I picked BioShock Infinite. So therefore, we know that this game is compatible with it. So you're going to click that, and boom, BioShock is now in my Tridef software. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do is you're going to go back to your Google Play Store, and you're going to want to type in Moonlight like this. And then you're going to see the first option, Moonlight Game Streaming. Now what this app does is this app allows you to pair your phone to your NVIDIA Shield streaming connection. And so you're going to launch it after you do it, and it's going to prompt you to do a code, and then you're going to pair it with your PC. So after you've got that all done, you're going to want to launch your NVIDIA GeForce. Okay, so now once you've got your Moonlight paired with your NVIDIA GeForce, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come over here to Preferences, and you're going to want to click on Shield, and it's going to bring up something like looks like this. It's probably going to be blank though, because you won't have anything there yet. And you're going to want to click on this plus sign right here, and you're going to want to go to your program files. You're going to want to go down to Tridef, and when you go down to Tridef, you're going to want to go to Tridef Ignition, and Tridef Ignition is the one that is going to enable you to play your Tridef enabled games through your Shield streaming device, which will be your phone. So you're going to obviously click open, and it's going to add it like it is here. And now that you've added Tridef Ignition to your NVIDIA Shield playlist, you're going to want to go over to your desktop, right click, go to your control panel, and you're going to want to change your resolution settings to a 4:3 ratio. And the reason why I'm saying this is because whatever you have your desktop in, when it comes to Tridef, that is the resolution that it chooses to run the game. So if I run at 1080p at a 16:9 ratio, each window is going to run at 1080p by 16:9 ratio, and you're going to lose a lot of performance right there. So the best one that I have found for the best quality is 1280x960. That's the highest one on the list. That's a 4:3 ratio. So we're going ahead to and do my monitor 1, which is the one all my games launch on, and we're going to apply that and make it now a new resolution. And it's going to be nice because now it's going to be a much smoother experience. Now you don't have to take this step. This step is the step I take for precautionary methods because it is a pain in the butt to get in and out of the NVIDIA game stream software without doing this. And this is something that me and my brother have tested over and over and over, and we have found that this one works the best. And as you see now, my window has shifted back to normal and everything looks good and fancy. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to launch your Tridef software on your PC again, and you're going to want to pull the app up on your phone. So we're going to bring that over here, and you're going to want to touch the triangle there, and for some reason the triangle's already lit up, but you're going to want to turn it on there, and as you see, it's going to completely activate the Moonlight app on your phone automatically. It completely prompts it itself, and you're going to click on your PC. You're going to scroll all the way down to Tridef Ignition, and you're going to click Tridef Ignition, quit current game and start. Even if you haven't ran anything, it's going to say that whenever you launch something new. It just asks you that for some reason. But anyway, as you see right now, I've got it right here, and we're going to drag this to the middle, and you see my games. So we've got my games, and what we're going to do is we're going to click on BioShock Infinite. Now I've never launched this game yet. This is my first time actually launching the game, so we'll see how it does. Alright, so now what you see on your screen is two side-by-side images displaying the same image, which gives you that side-by-side 3D for virtual reality. The only thing you're not getting that you got from trying to just being straight is the, what's it called, the barrel distortion. And the barrel distortion is kind of what skews the image, you know, to fit the, you know, lenses correctly. But in this case, you're taking quality and smoothness over correctiveness, which is, in my personal opinion, the better option because it fits better. But, you know, as you see, we're going to launch the Tridef Ignition options. You use the numpad to scroll through. You see your 3Ds on. You see your output. You've got a laser dot in the middle of the screen, which you usually want to turn off. Not hard at all. You've got your performance, power 3D on, power 3D off. We'll go ahead and adjust the brightness. I think the brightness looks good, so we'll go ahead and just leave that there. And as you see, if I go back into the settings and I go to 3D, I can start messing with settings, and you'll see that things will start shifting. And what this does is this helps you display the image, because if you think about it, there is a gap between your eyes, and so therefore your eyes are seeing technically two different perspectives of the same object, one seeing the right side, one seeing the left side. And this right here is what allows you to achieve that perfect ability of 3D. And this is, whenever you have a game that's compatible with Tridef, this is what you want to utilize right here. You can even start going in here and messing with this stuff, you know, and this will really give you, you know, the depth and everything like that, and the correctness and everything, and helping you get your words on your screen lined up perfectly. And boom, there you have it. You now have the option to experience 3D virtual reality on your phone. And I'll go ahead and give you guys a display of me playing BioShock and how I feel and what I think right after this. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for sticking around for the guide. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. If you have not hit that subscribe button yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button, because there's so much great content coming. Like I said, my goal is to eventually have one of the top VR channels on YouTube. I want to have all the head units that I possibly can. I want to, you know, get the best experience for myself and share that experience with all of you and everybody who wants to participate. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below what you want to know, and I will do everything I can to help you guys and answer them questions as fast as possible. Thank you guys so much, and again, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more content. Let's go ahead and dive into some gameplay. Alright, so right now we're starting the game up.
Are you going to just
seeing what's
sit
going
there?
on.
As compared
Oh,
to
wow.
what? Standing?
Now see,
Not
this right
standing,
here
rowing.
Rowing?
looks amazing.
Planned on it?
So you expect me to shoulder
What's
the
this?
burden?
No. But I do expect you to do all the rowing.
And why is that?
Coming here was your idea.
My idea.
I've made it very clear that I don't believe in the
And
exercise.
as you
The
see, I
rowing?
can look around.
No. Imagine that's wonderful exercise.
Then what?
The entire thought experiment.
Excuse me. How much longer?
One goes into an experiment knowing one could fail.
But one does not undertake an experiment knowing one has failed.
Can we get back to the rowing?
I suggest you do, but we're never going to get there.
No, I mean I'd greatly appreciate it
That
if you
looks
would
3D. That's
desist.
amazing.
Perhaps you should
looking.
ask
Like,
him.
that is-
I imagine he has a greater interest in getting there than I do.
I suppose he does, but there's no point in asking.
Why not?
Because he doesn't row.
He doesn't
wow.
row.
No, he doesn't row.
Ah, I see what you mean.
Like that looks like an actual like physical
We've arrived.
person sitting in front of me. While it looks CGI because of the graphics, it does look like a physical person.
There's someone inside.
Okay, so as you guys can see, right now I can freely flip around. I can look all the way around behind me. I can look forward. Look forward all the way. And I can literally up, down, everything I need to look at is right there. So I can use this one to walk forward. And then I just turn, spin around in a circle, and look around. So now that I'm up here, I can walk over here and look down. Now the 3D aspect of this looks amazing. Like this right here, you guys have no idea how amazing that looks itself. I mean, it actually looks like a wooden post just chilling there. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like it's mind blowing. Like this right here. So this right here looks like a physical object sitting right in front of me. The amount of 3D, the depth of everything, the foreground, the background of it, all just it looks like it's actually sitting on a metal plate. It's amazing. The doorknobs themselves are popping out at me. The shine, you see the curved texture to it. You can see that the door is recessed behind the doorknob itself. And you can also see the depth of the studs of the door. I mean, it's just... This right here is as close as you're going to get to experiencing VR without actually buying a Oculus or an HTC Vive. I'm just going to go ahead and say it right now. Like that looks like actually in the distance. You can see the other islands or whatever that is on the horizon. Like this is just amazing. I have no idea how well this works. And for all the money that it didn't cost, it's amazing. Now I could probably get away with turning the sensitivity up a bit, because as you look right now, if I'm looking forward and I look directly behind me, I'm not actually looking directly behind me. So that is one thing that's easy to fix. You just go into the sensitivity settings of the game.
Is anyone here?
Fix that. So
Hello?
I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Because as long as I can do a full 360 and, you know, basically get all the way around, I'm good. But I mean, like this desk right here, guys, this looks so amazing. There's no way to explain how good this looks. Like that bed sitting right there looks like an actual 3D bed. It looks like I can actually go over there and sit on that bed. I'm just completely shocked by the amount of 3D that this game is providing. Like, that actually caught me in the corner of my eye at first and was like, whoa, like, I thought I was gonna hit my arm on it. I can crouch. And here's the fun thing, is like, you don't have to do this. You can completely do this yourself, but you can always go. You know what I mean? So it kind of adds some of the immersive ability to it. You don't have to. I keep thinking I'm gonna hit my arm on this goddamn thing. That's how real this looks. Like this actually looks like I can over here and wash my hands. That's just amazing. Anyway guys, that right there is the test. I'm going to go ahead and play some more of this game, and I will be bringing you guys some gameplay of some Bioshock Infinite, along with Fallout 4, and along with Alien Isolation. We're going to go ahead and be playing these 3 games to start off my channel. This right here is just the scale of everything, it's just like that clock, man. You guys have no idea. Like, I know I can't see my hands when I'm doing this, but you know what? That clock just looks amazing. Let's go ahead and walk up to it and look up at it. It's crazy cool. Like, that's so cool. And these wireless Bluetooth PlayStation navigation sticks, I'm not even looking at the camera. The wireless PlayStation navigation sticks really take it to the next level, guys. I really do think that these things are one of the greatest investments I've made. I picked them up at Walmart for $10 in the clearance section. If you guys want me to do a tutorial for you guys on how to use these with your Gear VR on your PC, now remember, this is 2 of them, 1 each, so you've got to kind of do some trickery here on your PC to get this working, and it's definitely worth it. It's a little $13 Bluetooth dongle and 2 of these for $10 a piece. $23 and a USB cable that you probably got laying around your house gets you wireless VR sticks. Now, granted, they aren't like things that you're going to see, but they do things like walk around the room for you, and then you look around, and then you walk around and you experience, you know what I mean? So it definitely helps add to the immersion, and it's definitely worth the $10 a pop. You can get them at GameStop as well, used for $9.99. I've actually been scooping up extras just in case I happen to sling one across the room, which is why I've also got these right here, just in case I didn't use them right now, because, you know, I'm kind of just showing you guys a little demo of the game and everything. And I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and also be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed it, because that right there means the world to me. We killed it last time on the Fallout 4 video, way beyond expectations, and I hope this one does the same. But anyway, guys, if I helped you out, let me know down below, and if you have any questions, let me know down below, because that's what I'm here for. Peace out, guys.